Today I'm here with another brave accuser of Robert Sylvester Kelly, aka R. Kelly. Lizette Martinez explained her allegations against R. Kelly when she was featured on Lifetime's documentary Surviving R. Kelly. She alleged that she met Mr. Kelly at a mall when she was only 17 years old, and that she was victimized by him when she was under the age of 18, and after that as well. The impact on Lizette of her victimization by Mr. Kelly has been severe physically and emotionally, and the trauma of his victimization of her continues to this day. Despite that, Lizette has been courageous and decided to speak out today. This will be her first public statement since R. Kelly, now defendant Kelly in the criminal case in Chicago, has been arrested and charged with 10 counts of aggravated sexual abuse against 3 alleged victims who were underage and 1 adult. Lizette and I are speaking out today because we are both disturbed by statements made by the defense about alleged victims. Steve Greenberg, who is one of the lawyers representing this defendant, has stated that all of the victims are lying. All of the victims are expected to testify under oath at the trial, and many, if not all, most likely testified under oath before the grand jury. Other accusers that I represent have met with and provided the facts underlying their allegations to law enforcement in a number of different jurisdictions. Defendant Kelly has not testified under oath about these allegations, and I suspect that he will decline to do so at trial. I think that those facts speak for themselves. In addition, many of the accused of defendant Kelly have suffered extreme backlash from Kelly's fans. This has been very upsetting to them, but they have persisted and refused to remain silent. They will not cave in to intimidation, threats, or personal attacks by those who seem to be influenced by the cult of celebrity. I commend my clients and many other accusers for their courage. Another defense tactic was revealed by defense attorney Brian Nix, who was quoted by Rolling Stone as having stated that his client, R. Kelly, quote, believes that the scripted documentary by Lifetime has created collusion between and amongst female friends who have been converted to victims, end quote. My message to R. Kelly is clear. Nobody that I represent has been converted to being a victim by her female friends. The only person who has converted Lizette to becoming a victim is R. Kelly. Also, it appears that harming children is a long-standing practice of Mr. Kelly. He reportedly owes $169,000 to his own children in unpaid, court-ordered child support. Not only has his failure to pay hurt his own children, but now he's charged with numerous counts of aggravated sexual abuse of other children who were teenagers as well. Finally, I'm very concerned that law enforcement has reportedly been provided with a second video allegedly showing Mr. Kelly engaging in sexual abuse with a different minor than reportedly appeared on the first tape. I also represent victims who have not gone public, and they are very concerned that they were recorded being sexually abused, and some of them as minors, and they pray that this tape and others will not be provided to the press, as the first one was, and will only be given to law enforcement. Finally, as I have said previously, other jurisdictions are also investigating Mr. Kelly. I have been in contact with at least 4 other law enforcement agencies, and many of my clients have spoken to law enforcement as well. We will continue to be alert to any violations of our clients' rights and any threats that are made against them. This time, I have every reason to believe that there will be justice for Mr. Kelly and a number of his victims. And now I present Lizette Martinez.
My name is Lizette Martinez, and my story was told to the world in Lifetime's documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. At the age of 17, I was walking in the mall with friends like so many teenagers often do when I was approached by a predator, and that predator is Robert Sylvester Kelly. The years of him preying on young women have gone on for far too long. Robert Sylvester Kelly must be held accountable for the many lives he has ruined. I stand with the victims, including those who are out there who have not come forward yet. I say to you, you are not alone. And to Mr. Greenberg, it is so irresponsible to state all the women are liars. The only person lying is your client, which he has done for more than 20 years. But it's looking like his time is up. Hopefully, this new indictment will lead to justice and Kelly's many victims can begin to heal. Thank you.
That's a very good question. Why did it take so long for Mr. Kelly finally to be arrested? In the first trial, it ended in an acquittal in Chicago. That's the case in which he was tried on allegations that there was a videotape, that he was on that videotape, that the videotape shows him having sex or being sexually abusing, I should say, a minor, young minor, I think 14 years old or less. She declined to testify at that time. Mr. Kelly's defense was that he was not the person on it, and there was an acquittal. Some people speculate that the reason he was not arrested sooner is that some people do not value sexual abuse of African American women, who are most of the alleged victims, but we don't know all of the alleged victims because not all have come forward to anyone, is our belief. And so some people feel that way. Another number of African American women have felt that way and have expressed that to me, that their lives were not valued the way the lives of others might be valued, others of other races. I don't know, that's speculation, but I know it's a legitimate concern they have. Having said that, the good news is that the prosecutor, Kim Fox, in Cook County in Chicago, has gone to a grand jury, and they have returned indictments where there are charges in reference to 4 alleged victims.
Can Ms. Martinez weigh in on the same question and the same feelings that she has about that?
Why?
Why so long? And her feeling,
Yeah,
I mean, she
of course,
obviously
we're
knew
speculating, but do you wish
She obviously knew something had happened to her, and she must have been frustrated.
Okay, she doesn't have it. She indicates she doesn't have any comment on that.
Any other comments about anything that she wants to say?
Well,
I will say this, she will be speaking to law enforcement, as many of my other clients have.
and I mean, a big part of the reason that we're here is because his defending attorney said that all of the accusers are liars. How did that, I mean, make you feel as an attorney? And Lizette, if you want to speak to how that made you feel personally.
I mean, it's irresponsible, it's ludicrous. I mean, the only person that's lying, like I said before, is Robert Sylvester Kelly, and he's been doing that for a very long time. What would be our motive to lie? I came out for the purpose of telling my story because this has gone on for far too long. And it's been like 20 years, since this happened to me, but it was so important for me to come out because he has to be stopped. This isn't new. This has been going on for a long time.
And what's new is the prosecution.
Right.